Hello and welcome back to Maths with Mr. Duffield. This is almost a part 2 to the video I just did on this question, finding the equation of straight lines that passes through 2-point pairs. Question 11 is the next one, also been asked for help with that. Finding the coordinates where the following lines cross the x-axis. The x-axis. Right, for that, let's begin with your traditional two-axis grid. Not Pablo Picasso, not perfectly drawn, but it's just a representation. So the x-axis is the horizontal line, the y-axis is the vertical, and you know that every coordinate features a certain distance along the x-axis, with being the first number in a coordinate, and a certain distance up or down the y-axis vertically is the second number of the coordinate. Okay? Now, if I'm looking for the coordinates where lines cross the x-axis, it's a good idea to think about, well, what line equation is the x-axis itself? What algebraic equation, what y equals mx plus c line would represent the x-axis? Okay, and to do that, let's look at a few coordinates along it. Here is the coordinate 1, 0. 1 along the corridor and none up or down. Over here is the coordinate 3, 0, which is 3 across and none up or down. And down over here is minus 5, 0, because I've gone 5 to the left from the origin point and none up or down. Have you noticed something that's consistent across all three of those coordinates? You should do. It's that the second number is 0 in every single one. What do we say that the second number was in a coordinate? That represents y, the value of y. Actually, if you plot any coordinate along the x-axis, that second number will always be 0. The y will always be 0, which makes that the equation of the x-axis. I hope that makes sense, because what I'm going to go on to after this depends on understanding that the equation of the x-axis is y equals 0. So let's double back to the question that we got here. Find the coordinates where the following lines cross the x-axis. Well, we can work out what that coordinate's going to be by simply replacing y with its value representing when the line crosses the x-axis. And we've already said that value of y along the x-axis will always be 0. So let's begin. Why not? A. Part A, y equals 2x plus 6. When I am, sorry, let me just move this up so you can see what I've written down. When we are crossing through the x-axis, y equals 0. So let's replace y with 0. And then solve it for x. It's that simple. Let's take away 6 from both sides. So negative 6 equals 2x. So halving both sides, negative 3 equals x. Okay, so negative 3 equals x. And we've already said y equals 0. Y equals 0. X equals negative 3. That creates a coordinate. The minus 3 being the x value of the coordinate and 0 being the y value of the coordinate. That is the coordinate point where this line cuts through the x-axis. All right, let's do one more just to make sure that we get this idea. So, why not? Yeah, part E. E, why not? That is y equals 4x plus 1. Again, when it cuts through the x-axis, y will be 0. We already know that that second number in the coordinate is going to be 0. So 0 equals 4x plus 1. Let's take away 1 from both sides to get x on its own. Minus 1 equals 4x, and then divide both sides by 4. Negative a quarter equals x. So when y equals 0, for this particular equation, x equals negative a quarter, making the coordinate minus a quarter 0. That is the coordinate where this line cuts through the x-axis. Okay, so I've done a couple of parts of that question 11 for you there. I did part A and part E. Obviously, the only thing that really becomes trickier with this is that the fractions / coefficients of x's and the rearrangement that happens at this point gets marginally trickier. But really, it is as simple as replacing y with 0, solving for x, and then you've got your coordinate. I do hope that that helps you. Let me know if you need any additional support with that. But for now, I will wish you all the best. Thank you for listening, and insist that you hand in your work on Teams. I will talk to you very soon.